Hey Aquarius, how's it going? Welcome to the space. Welcome to your reading. Wow. Welcome to your reading. 10 of Cups, Aquarius. I love when y'all like pull that straight out the gate without and I love when y'all just do that. I'll be like shuffling these a ton in between, so it's like really cool. Anyways, welcome to your love and relationship spread. Again, love and relationship, so it could be, brother, sister, parent, coworker, anything where you connect. I'm gonna be looking at that with the True Heart Tarot, and then clarifying with the Lenormand. A song before, and it keeps happening this way, just fucking hilarious, but a song before, um, Electricity was like bumping through my head. Electricity by Evan McIntosh. Um, and why I said it keeps happening is it's because I recently started listening to Evan McIntosh, maybe within like the last few years, and so I didn't know the zodiac like off the bat, and I had to go search it up, and I was like, oh shit, because Evan McIntosh is an Aquarius, and it was like right before this reading, and I haven't listened to that song in a minute, so it was very strange for me to think of it. So um, that song is about like I don't know. Go listen to it. I feel like I can try to remember exactly because it's a weird, strange feel to it. But it's about basically like using the like I think it's not wasting the electricity between a relationship because they've got more like they value that the Evan McIntosh values that like what would electricity be, like a power source, like it's like it's important to use that for the right, I don't know, whatever. We're gonna get into this reading. Go listen to the song, go look up the lyrics, and all that. Let's get started. I'm gonna be looking at you, your person, the present, the within both of you, and then advice for both of you, and then the future and outcome for both of you. So let's see what's up. Here we got the Page of Swords. I think it could be just like speaking on something, learning something new. For them, we have Judgment. Wow, having to make a huge decision. But for you, it's like definitely learning something new. Could be an element of writing. Let's see what we got for the present for both of you. Queen of Swords. I felt communication, but then I felt distance too. And this is Aquarius for sure. Maybe a level, I don't think it's completely detached, but I feel like a level, if not detachment, it's just like there's like a space, like there's a bit of a space maybe, but it's a space for you guys to maybe be working on like your communication. If you're learning something new and they're having to make bigger decisions, it could be about your communication. Or maybe there's communication coming in between the both of you, and there are decisions that need to be made. What do we have with this advice? Sun. Wow, this feels really nice. It kind of, because there's like the sun feels like air and fire. It feels, I don't know why. But then like look at all this. There's like all this air over here. Jesus. All this air over here. And then like the sun is in like the Judgment card, and there's still like a bunch of air around there. With the advice being the sun, it's about, because I think of 1 and 9, so I think of like this, because that's 19 and the sun, so it's like starting and completing. If you have a clear vision on something, specifically like with you learning something different with your communication, or just being a student when it comes to like writing and speaking and like having to like maybe there's like a you'd also be receiving information too, right? And so if this information is something you're receiving and you're maybe having to rethink your process, and it's bringing in more clarity for you, and if they're having to make a decision and they have that clarity, it's like start something and complete it. It's like you have to, there's a process you're going through, and if you have the clarity, it's all about moving forward on your vision with that. Maybe if that's with each other. We'll get some more clarity on that with the lenormand. So what's the, ooh, I saw the devil. It's a sign before yours. And so if I think of the devil being Capricorn, you guys are Aquarius, I think of maybe like taking a step back. You know, you take a step back from Aquarius to go to Capricorn. So maybe taking a step back, like again, communication, relearning. And then with them making a decision, it's not about like pushing forward so hard, it's about taking a step back and listening to themselves. Because with Judgment, it's about the soul. It's about that instinct, but it's about like also like deep consideration within the soul. So with, you know, like Aquarius, Capricorn, taking a step back. And with Capricorn, I think of freedom, with also like restriction. So maybe it's restricting because you can't move forward as fast, but taking a step back does free you from maybe making the same mistakes you had before, and it opens up new paths. I see that path right behind her, him or her. Okay, what do we have for the outcome? Right there. Got the Queen of Pentacles. That's interesting. We got you with the Queen of Swords now going into the Queen of Pentacles, so that feels like grounding something. Let me get one more with the Queen of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles, that feels Ten of Pentacles. That's beautiful. And this is the outcome for the both of you. I see two people here definitely, so I see like, and then someone who's independent and someone who maybe also has an opportunity to bring in, maybe like two people that have separate things and bringing it together create something beautiful. And then also I see like self-care definitely between the both of you. Maybe taking care of yourself so well that like you take care of each other. And I see that ooh, I see that bunny right there, so I think like a lucky opportunity. That is really interesting. Wow. And I just had to like shuffle for a sec to see what I would see at the bottom, and right there. So definitely bringing, these are definitely two separate people. And hold on, if I look at that, whoever's Nine of Pentacles looks like really like, I don't know, sort of a little more jovial. Whoever's in the Queen of Pentacles maybe is a little more standoffish, at least in this deck. So it's almost like opposite energies. But, and I was also kind of watching a show where there was two people in a relationship, and they're like, she talks and I listen, or he talks and I listen. And I think I was watching like Teen Wolf or something. It's like he talks and I listen, and so it's sort of like two separate energies. There's like one of them, they both have their strengths and weaknesses, and they put that together so beautifully. So it's like one of them is really good to be like the presenter, the talker, and one of them really just sits back and listens, and they both work together so well, you know. And that's, those two are the individual pieces that they both would need to come together and build like an absolute fortress, you know what I'm saying? That's gorgeous. Let's see what we got with the Lenormand. You start off with the Ten of Cups at the bottom of that deck, and then threw up the Ten of Pentacles. That's awesome. I want to like eat something right now, but I've never like eaten on this channel, so I feel like weird about it, but it's like staring me in the face. I don't mind. Okay, so what do we have at the bottom? We have the compass, so I'm moving in a direction. Okay. The Page of Swords, we have the Tower. Moving out of an old mindset, maybe some sort of a hierarchy, something that controlled the way your mind thought. And it could be like family history, it could be like just like the way that you've grown up. But like your Six of Swords, you're moving forward out of it. 19 again with the Sun, so it's how something started and how it ended, you know. And I think it's maybe a way that you learned, maybe a way that you thought, and you know, it began and it ended. And I think it's for a good reason, because I think there's a new path for you now where it's like it's your own way to think. Let me get one more with that. And the Anchor. So Six Swords, and Okay. The anchor, and then this is the bottom. So it's very interesting. It's a Nine of Swords. So there could have been some sort of like anxiety having to maybe leave from this sort of a place. There could have been some sort of like tough emotional waters, or like just instability, especially within a place like this. But I think now you're freeing your head up in a sense and moving out of that, and that's like that's grounding, setting you in a maybe within relationships also, like the relationship hierarchy that you were in, it gave you like anxiety. Maybe it made you feel like unstable because of just the way that other people reflected their instability to you, and maybe you dealing with like your own and such. So it was like a very all that instability all together. So I think now you're just moving into a different place that's way better for you. And now this tower can turn into, again, Ten of Pentacles. This tower, you're moving out of this one and you're going, like, imagine just blah, 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 magic, and now this is your tower. This is your castle, and this is your own free space to think. And this is why you're maybe, since you have this big new place to, because a page would definitely love a big ass castle to go around and like explore all that. And I think that's what you're doing. What do we have with them with Judgment? Judgment and the Wheel. With the Six of Cups, so like they're with the Six of Cups and Judgment for sure. It's like, they could be. First of all, I'm seeing they could be with the Six of Cups. I think they could be looking at you as like a soulmate and having to make a big decision about that. But then also with the Six of Cups, it's about like past, present, future, and aligning it. Excuse me. So it's like the decision that they're making, like in the present, they're having to think about what they've done in their past, and also what they want for their future. Like Ten of Pentacles, what you want for your future. And I think it's about like the decision. It feels like the decision is like having to be made like now, or today at least. Not today, but like in the current energy of like right now, they're having to make a decision, and it's all about what they want for their future. Let me get, and like what they want in their present too. And another six. So they're trying to balance something out. They're really trying to balance something out. This is the King of Wands, so the clouds. They're trying to move into. So it seems like they could have been in unclear, like darker areas, and they're trying to move into a clear space. With the Wheel too, it could be about a shift that they're creating. A shift that they're creating with the Loyal Dog. Oh my God, a shift in loyalty, but then also like. Man, why would the dog be here? I want to be clear on that. The Maze. They've really gone through like their environment, and they've understood the people who are here. This is sort of like the labyrinth. So it's like they've gone through the labyrinth of life and understood like their relationships and understood what they want. They had to go through that to make it to the center, the core of themselves, to really get that. And I think that they're making a shift to understand that they've understood who's been loyal to them, which is you, or definitely could be you. I'm pretty sure, like it feels like with that shift in this wheel, they're making a decision towards you, and it's like they're understanding that they want to be loyal to what's loyal back to them. They want to be, and I'm wondering why that. It feels interesting with the King of Wands. It could be sort of like a dynamic thing. And with the Maze, it's like, it feels like and with the elements here, it's like maybe they've had to deal with lots of elements, lots of different types of people. I just want one more with the Maze, because I want to understand the Maze for sure. Yeah, the thinking woman. So it's like, and we have that rose there too. So it's like their values. Because I think of the rose, I think of beauty, and beauty matches with values as well. Because it's like, what really do you value? What really is what's really beautiful to you? Like what is it that you value that makes something beautiful? Because beholder, and the beholder holds the value. And so she's probably thinking about her values with these relationships, and it's like, It's interesting looking out that window. It almost feels like too like they've been looking out the window, trying to kind of maybe been single for a long time, and just watching people in relationships, maybe also being in relationships too, but just like sitting back and being like, there's a it feels maybe like elements and I think of drama, so it feels like just also just like wanting something real and loyal, but maybe also being in that space of like all that drama. So it's like trying to take a step back and make a big decision based on what they really want. And I think that's you, for sure. Let me see what we have with the Queen of Swords in the present. The tree with the Seven of Cups. Communicating about some change you want to make. And that involves going through what you feel and who you want to be. And I think with the Queen of Swords here too, with the tree, it's like maybe studying your like family history, maybe also studying like you could be learning yourself. Or do we have this between both of you? We have wow, you could be you could be studying each other, but then like taking a closer look at each other, maybe seeing how much you guys reflect each other, and maybe also like realizing that something needs to change between both of you if you really want to grow. And this is a Ten of Pentacles right there. It's really interesting. But you see it's a 5 here, not the 10. It's about the self. So it's like you're looking closer at yourselves, but then also looking at each other and how like you guys reflect each other, or maybe how you guys would fit together. I have one more for that with the Queen of Swords. Ten of Wands. Maybe putting down the burden of things that don't reflect you, things that don't nurture you, you know. Definitely taking some time to yourself and balancing yourself out. Queen of Swords with the Child and the Bear. This is really interesting. This is an interesting combination. This could have to do with like a mother and child sort of thing. Maybe releasing the burden of like having to take care of like maybe a parental figure that maybe doesn't need to be, but then also like looking closer at your past, how that's shaped you today. But then I don't know, I feel like both of you are very attracted to each other's inner childs, you know, too. Like the like I feel like you both like you both reflect each other in that sense, and it really is like attracted to both of you. And I think that also like you really want to protect that version of each other, or just protect each other in that sense. I feel like you both see each other and want to protect each other, and so you're trying to really get to know that version of yourself too, so that you can grow that and really understand it better, so that you can protect yourself better and protect them better. I think that's really cute. That's really cute. Okay, what do we have with the advice with the Sun? I swear if the Sun comes out. The Sun with the... and then the Ten of Pentacles. This reading has Ten of Pentacles written all over it, and I think that is the sweetest part. The Sun and the Ten of Pentacles, the advice. I think you understand where you want to go. You know what you value. You know, I feel like you might have some element of writing, but I feel like this is about like you see where you're going, and I think it's just about taking that action. And the Snake, the Queen of Wands. I first off, of course, I think I see the Snake in the book. This would definitely be about religion, because you know the snake from the book. You know that one book. So, but then I also see like writing about your roots, because the snake also represents roots, because the snake is like it's on the bottom, so it sees the roots. So you see your roots, you maybe see each other's roots, or maybe you're just coming to understand your roots more, and it's like about taking note of it and understanding that if you know where you want to go. And the Queen of Wands too, it's like the Queen of Wands is very, So this is the first thing I thought. The Queen of Wands definitely likes to, like, if there's a need to change the beliefs based on anything, if there is a belief, like, again, if there's a religion that you're under, if there's a belief that you have, the Queen of Wands, if she comes to an understanding that something else might be better for her, she'll change that up no matter what, you know? It's all about protecting her soul. So it's like if her soul isn't being protected by the beliefs that she used to have, then she will change her beliefs in order to, of course, like, grow into like a more dynamic version of herself. Think of, like, that's why I think of Scorpio sometimes, because Scorpio will definitely change if and I know it's not like a fire sign like the Queen of Wands would be, but it feels Scorpio, and that's why it's like that change. If this book doesn't reflect them, if the Ten of Pentacles that you have, if the book that you're reading isn't what you want for your future, then obviously it's time to make a new Ten of Pentacles for yourself, and I think that's what you're doing. I think it's beautiful, and that's definitely, see, 7, 2, and 8. I can't pick it up. 7, 2, and 8. So it's like an advancement, and then 2 and 6. So it's like your relationships and balance. So maybe this could be about your relationships and what really balances them out. What really is a harmonious relationship to you, based off of your beliefs, based off of who you are. And then what do we have with the outcome with the 9 of Pentacles and the Queen, which I said the Queen of Pentacles was 10 of Pentacles right there in the outcome. I said if the Sun came out. The Sun's coming out. There's a major clarity coming. This is victory in your outcome, because this is the victory card in this deck. Ace of Pentacles. Whoa. So that's basically what's happening here. You see that? The Queen with her little pentacle and then a 9, and then you got this Ace right here. It is a victorious opportunity for the both of you, and I think it's an opportunity that balances you both out, that clears things up between both of you. And 31 adds structure. It bursts something and it starts something. What else do we have? The Lilies, it starts something, and it also has longevity. The King of Swords is very mature. I feel very mature communication. And it's, again, I see these painted things in the back, the painted glass, so I feel religion. But then I also feel like, when I think of religion, I think of like spirituality, of course, too. So this could be something that really touches their soul, and it really is important for them. I think the King of Swords is important for this, because it's like, it's going to be needed to be communicated as clearly as possible, because I feel like there's just so much like love and passion behind it that it's going to need to be wrapped up so well, because I think otherwise it would come off just so much, you know. And then one more. Wow. The 9 of Pentacles, which is right here, the 9 and the Ace. There's something about a completion of something. With the Pentacles, I think of this earth, so the completion of maybe a cycle on this earth, and the beginning of a whole new cycle, a victorious cycle too. Like, off the bat, y'all know this shit is victorious with the Sun. That's beautiful, and the Sun with the lilies. So like, again, the lilies are all again about longevity too. So it's like the Sun growing this on a long-term basis. On 10 of Pentacles, this is something that is very long-term. Holy shit. And then so there's a death process though with 9 of Pentacles, but again, taking a step back may restrict you, but it sets you free. And this is what 9 of Pentacles is about. It's about sovereignty. The death, again, and it's weird because death is like a process that will change something, and it takes you away from life, of course, but it makes you, in this sense, I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this, but it basically, you know, sets you free. So there's an element of being free. And I see these treasures down here too, so it's like you can't take, and it makes me think of value. So it's like, it's something that you value with this person. It's like you would leave I think for you two, you guys would leave everything that you guys had for each other. You see, you can't take this shit with you, but you're going through that death process because of what you want on the other side. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Okay, what advice do we have for the both of these? Like, y'all better make this shit work. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. I'm thinking of my Aquarius friend too, who just started dating someone, and I think it's so cute because of just the history that's been behind it. I'm not gonna talk about it, but it's so cute. It's so cute. I hope she watches this too, because that would be fun. Any advice? The doors. And I want one more. That's the Queen of Pentacles. So she came out. Wow, this is about choices. And reflection. Choices and reflection. That's so cute. But I think you're gonna make the right choice, because look at that. It wasn't like It wasn't like some, like the mice or some ugly ass card, you know? It's the doors. And think about this with the doors and the Queen of Pentacles. People are like, what choice do I make? What choice do I make? How do I know? How do I feel? And it's like, the Queen of Pentacles here is such an important detail because the Queen of Pentacles is all about self-care. So if you know how to take care of yourself, I feel like not either one of these doors will be for you. I think on the other side, it's not about what's on the other side. It's about what path you're taking right here, you know? And that's the self-care path. You just go up here and you're like, oh, what color looks pretty? You choose one. Oh, what door looks prettier? Oh, what staircase smells better, you know? And you'll pick the right choice because you're going to pick the right one over here. You're going to move with your heart if you take care of your heart. And that's going to be the most beautiful thing. And you're getting them, like, you two are connecting on such a level. You see this water here with the polar bear, with yourself, self-care, letting go of some burdens. And you see and then right before that, you saw the anchor with this turbulent ass, oh my god, turbulent. I'm thinking of like SpongeBob for some reason. And then the bear with the water that's very transparent. You're like, I'm taking care of myself, dropping this shit, and it's very nice, and it's clear, and you're protecting yourself above everything else. And then we've got with you two, you see that water? It's definitely transparent, but it's you see the difference between all three of these waters if I go in this order. Like this water for the swans looks just so like gorgeous. So I feel like this water that you're in is gonna be just such a, not just pure water, but like, look at the process you've been through. You deserve that. That's gorgeous. Okay, that's beautiful. What do we have at the bottom? The owls. We got some communication coming into you, babe. And it's gonna be about your environment. And the 12 is a 3, so you're birthing something new. But this is wise communication. This is something that's going to be worth consideration, important for you to know. Okay, that's beautiful. I hope this helped. And I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. I hope to see you next time on the next set. I'm sorry. I think I think I'm ready. Not ready, but I think I had an idea for the next set of readings, so I'm excited to start. To start them. So, either ways, I'll see you guys later. Like, share, subscribe. Definitely share with anybody you want to, and like it. Definitely like it, and subscribe, the bell, all those beautiful things. And I'll see you later. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, guys.